Welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to look at the jazz chords, the Latin jazz chords in a major scale. So in order to improvise or to find your way around a Latin jazz chart, you really need to know what the chords are within a certain scale. And a good place to start is to look at all the chords in a major key. We're going to look at each chord, their position, and a couple of common progressions. So let's get stuck in. So what we're going to do is look at C major, which is a really good and simple place to start, and how these chords fit on the guitar. And there's a lot of different ways to play these chords. So today we'll just give you an example of some of the basic shapes that you could use. Now our starting point is C major. We create and build chords on those notes. So what we have to do is build a triad or 4 notes to make it more jazz on each of those notes. So we're going to start with C major. So if we build a triad on C, we get C, E and G. We get C, and then if we put an extra third on top, we're building thirds, C, E, G, and then the next third is a B. And that's our first chord, which is a C major 7 chord. Now I'm playing it in first position, and at the end of the video I'll show you different positions. So our first chord is C major 7. The second chord we're going to build on D. So we're going to play a D, build thirds, so D, F, A, C. All right, so that's kind of a difficult way to play it because there's 4 notes, so we're just going to play it like this. Okay, so that's our D minor 7. Then our next chord, so that's our chord 2. Our next chord is built on E, so we're going to go E, G, D, D. All right, so we're going to just adapt that for the guitar, which is E minor 7. So we've got C, D minor 7, E minor 7. Okay, the fourth chord, which is built on F, is going to be F, A, C, E, which is an F major 7 chord. We can play it like that quite nicely. Fifth chord, which is a G, B, D, F, which is a G7 chord. Okay, recapping: C major, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G7. Okay, we've got 2 left. Build it on A minor. We get A, C, E, G. All right, we're going to play it here. A minor 7. And then our final chord is a B, played here. B half diminished. So at the moment we're just sticking to first position chords. So let's go again. First chord C, major 7. Second chord D, minor 7. Third chord C, E minor 7. Fourth chord F, major 7. Chord 5, G7. Chord 6, A minor 7. Chord 7, B half diminished. And we end up back at C major 7. Okay, so what we're going to do is try the bar chord versions, and often you'll find yourself just moving up using bar chords. It just keeps going up. So we can do a C major here, D minor 7 here, E minor 7, F major 7, G7. Now we're kind of hitting a bit of a roadblock. A minor 7, B minor 7 flat 5, and then, so if you have like a jazz guitar or a cutaway, it's easy enough to do that. So now we know what the chords are in a C major, in the key of C major. Let's look at a couple of common progressions. The first progression we're going to look at is a 1, 6, 2, 5. Okay, so when I say 1, 6, 2, 5, I mean chord 1, chord 6, chord 2, chord 5. Okay, so we could play it in first position. 1, chord 6, chord 2, chord 5. Let's try that a little bit higher. A minor 7, chord 2, 6, D minor 7. Okay, keep going a little bit higher. C major 7. I basically kept going with the voice leading, but they were all 1, 6, 2, 5 chords. Just one more common progression, I think something that you should all be aware of when you're playing Latin jazz, is this the 2-5-1. So the 2-5-1 is the chord 2 to chord 5 to 1, and we often use that also in transposing, in modulating, and it's kind of like one of the backbones of jazz music. So the 2-5-1 in C would be D minor, G and C. For example, you'll find that you can just move them around. So for example, I could do a 2-5-1 in D major. I go E minor, A7, D minor. And this is actually quite a common thing, to move around 2-5-1s to find a different key, to extend a phrase. So we might go, but instead of going to the C, we go up to the next 2-5-1. Okay, so now that you know C major, which has 0 sharps and flats, you can move on to other guitar keys like G major, which is the next key along with 1 sharp. So we could do the same thing. We can build chords from G, A minor, B minor, C major, D7, E minor, half diminished. So you can actually build out your knowledge of these keys so you'll understand the way that the piece works a lot better. So there you go. Hopefully that will help you to organize your jazz, Latin jazz mindset around chords. This is going to help you generally work out how a song goes, the harmony, and also how to solo, because having done a recent video on chord tones, if you want to play the chord tones, you sort of have to know what the chord is and how it's constructed. So hopefully this video will give you a little bit of a heads up on that. And don't forget, LGM Members, which is a companion to my YouTube videos, has lots of extra information and lesson downloads. So I'll see you over there, and if not, I'll see you next video. Thanks, guys.